Hello, today's daily reading comes from the book of the Apocrypha. We are reading from the book of Jasher, and we are reading chapter 34, starting at verse 31. And they took away their sheep and their oxen and their cattle, and also the remainder of the women and little ones, and they led all these away. And they opened the gate and went out and came unto their father Jacob with vigor. And when Jacob saw all that they had done into the city, and saw the spoil that they had took from them, Jacob was very angry at them. And Jacob said unto them, What is this that you have done to me? Behold, I obtained rest among the Canaanite inhabitants of the land, and none of them meddled with me. And now you have done to make me obnoxious to the inhabitants of the land among the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and I am but a small number, and they will all assemble against me and slay me when they hear of your work, and with their brethren, and I and my household will be destroyed. And Simeon and Levi and all their brothers with them answered their father Jacob and said unto them, Behold, we live in the land, and will Shechem do this to our sister? Why are you silent at all that Shechem has done? And will he deal with our sister as with a harlot in the streets? And the number of women whom Simeon and Levi took captives from the city of Shechem, whom they did not slay, was 85, who had not known man. And among them was a young damsel of beautiful appearance and well favored, whose name was Bunah. And Simeon took her for a wife. And the number of the males which they took captive and did not slay was 47 men, and the rest they slew. And all the young men and women that Simeon and Levi had taken captives from the city of Shechem were servants to the sons of Jacob and to their children after them, until the day of those of the sons of Jacob going out from the land of Egypt. And when Simeon and Levi had gone out from the city, the two young men that were left, who had concealed themselves in the city and did not die among the people of the city, rose up, and these young men went into the city and walked about in it, and found the city desolate without man, and only women weeping. And these young men cried out and said, Behold, this is the evil which the sons of Jacob the Hebrew did to this city, and their having this day destroyed one of the Canaanite cities, and were not afraid of their lives of all the land of Canaan. And these men left the city and went to the city of Tapnach, and they came there and told the inhabitants of Tapnach all that had been befallen them, and all that the sons of Jacob had done to the city of Shechem. And the information reached Jeshub, king of Tapnach, and he sent men to the city of Shechem to see those young men, for the king did not believe them in this account, saying, How would two men lay waste such a large town as Shechem? And the messengers of Jeshub came back and told him, saying, We came unto the city, and it is destroyed. There is not a man there, only weeping women, neither is any flock or cattle there. For all that was in the city the sons of Jacob took away. And Jeshub wondered as this, saying, How could two men do this thing, to destroy so large a city, and not one man able to stand against them? For the like has not been from the days of Nimrod, and not even from the remotest time has a like taken place. And Jeshub, king of Tapnach, said to his people, Be courageous, and we will go and fight against the Hebrews, and do unto them as they did unto the city, and we will avenge the cause of the people of the city. And Joshua of Tapnach consulted with his counselors about this matter, and his advisers said unto him, Alone you will not prevail over the Hebrews, for they must be powerful to do this work to the whole city. If two of them laid waste the whole city, and no one stood against them, surely if you will go against them, they will all rise against us and destroy us likewise. But if you will send to them all the kings that surround us, and let them come together, then we will go with them and fight against the sons of Jacob. Then will you prevail against them. And Jeshub heard the words of his counselors, and their words pleased him and his people, and he did so. And Joshua, king of Tapnach, sent all the kings of the Amorites that surrounded Shechem and Tapnach, saying, Go up with me and assist me, and we will smite Jacob the Hebrew and all his sons, and destroy them from the earth. For thus did he do to the city of Shechem. And do you not know of it? And all the kings of the Amorites heard the evil that the sons of Jacob had done to the city of Shechem, and they were greatly astonished at them. And the 7 kings of the Amorites assembled with all their armies, about 10,000 men with drawn swords, and they came to fight against the sons of Jacob. And Jacob heard that the kings of the Amorites had assembled to fight against his sons. And Jacob was greatly afraid, and it distressed him. And Jacob exclaimed against Simeon and Levi, saying, "What is this act that you did? Why have you injured me, to bring against me all the children of Canaan, to destroy me and my household? For I was at rest, even I and my household, and you have done the thing to me, and provoked the inhabitants of the land against me by your proceedings." And Judah answered his father, saying, "Was it for naught my brothers Simeon and Levi killed all the inhabitants of Shechem? Surely it was because Shechem had humbled our sister and transgressed the command of our God to Noah and his children. For Shechem took our sister away by force and committed adultery with her. And Shechem did all this evil, and not one of the inhabitants of this city interfered with him to say, Why will you do this? Surely for this my brothers went and smote the city, and the Lord delivered it into their hands, because its inhabitants had transgressed the commands of our God. Is then for naught that they have done all this? And now, why are you afraid of or distressed? And why are you displeased at my brothers? And why is your anger kindled against them? Surely our God, who delivered into their hand the city of Shechem and its people, he will also deliver into our hands all the Canaanite kings who are coming against us, and we will do unto them as my brothers did unto Shechem. Amen.